Hi my friends, today I'm in the town of Ouled Fayet. Ouled Fayet, okay? This is one of the suburbs of Algiers. It's in the southwest of Algiers. And Ouled Fayet is known for its huge park. There is a park here that we will be driving by. It's called the Dunia Park, or Parc des Grands Vents, okay, which literally translates as the very windy park, or something like that, okay, or Park of the Strong Winds, rather. All right, so this is the old part of this town. In fact, it's a colonial town. Dates back to the colonial period, and it was one of the, you know, the towns that surrounded Algiers. And you can see this street lined with trees, and okay, and now we're going to leave this town in a moment, but before we do, I'm going to show you this beautiful mosque here. Although it's a Friday morning, it's I mean, there is traffic today, okay? And this is a mosque, but it's still unfinished, okay? It's in the center. It's in the center of Ouled Fayet. And Ouled Fayet, I mean, the name Ouled Fayet literally means the descendants of Fayet, or Fayed, okay? So there must have been a tribe in pre-colonial times, before 1830, that lived here, and or a faction of a tribe, of a local tribe that lived here, that was known as Ouled Fayet. Ouled Fayet. Now we're on our way to leave this town, and we will drive to the city center, to Champ de Manoeuvres. So I'll show you how to drive from this town to the city center. So it's a Friday morning, it's a spring day. Beautiful spring day. We have a small garden here. I can't read the name because the writing is so small. This is the way out. This is the exit of the town of Ouled Fayet. As you can see, there are occasionally speed bumps, but you know, sometimes they would put you signs, and I can see a beautiful landscape from here. I can see Chiraga, which is on my left, and there is a very beautiful meadow on my left here. It's in fact a part of the Dunia Park, area. And well, from this place here, you can see the neighborhood of Chiraga, which is right in front of Ouled Fayet. And what separates Chiraga from Ouled Fayet is the southern highway, or the southern bypass road, which we call here Rocade Sud, or the highway, the Benaknoun highway, okay, that links Algiers to Zeralda, okay? Still on our way out of Ouled Fayet. And there is a pharmaceutical company here. So Algiers has many pharmaceutical companies that manufacture medicine, and they even, you know, export medicine now. this country should aspire to become a major medicine exporter. Now, it's a little bit tricky here, okay? There is a roundabout. Then last time I came here I got lost, but it's also on my right there is a road that leads to Swedenia, to the towns of Swedenia and Douira. Okay, both are important suburbs here in Algiers. There is another roundabout over there. Okay, I'm gonna pause filming here for a while. Resumed filming. We need to skip, roadblocks. It's illegal to film them, I think. And now we take the right. So I took the left after the roundabout, the second roundabout, and now I'm taking the right. And you can see here one of the most beautiful parts of the Ouled Fayet municipality, of this area here, with all those meadows. So on my left there are meadows that are part of the park, of the Dunia Park, and on my right there are other meadows that once were Algiers public dump. And now, they have restored the place to back to its natural state, and it's beautiful again. So, in the early 2000s, they decided to transfer the Oued Fayet public dump, where Algiers, the city of Algiers, disposes of its waste, to this place here, to the area that's on my right. And then, after 3 or 4 years of protests, the public dump here was closed. It was closed down. And the landscape is so beautiful on my left as I'm approaching the entrance of the park, of the Dunia Park. So all the area that's on my right used to be 10 years ago a public dump, and it was also smelly, and you could also see countless plastic bags or bits of plastic bags, carried away by the wind, all stuck on the branches of these trees, these beautiful eucalyptus trees and palm trees, and also on the grass. You see, all stuck on the grass. So it was really ugly to see this place 10 years ago, until the authorities thankfully decided to close down that public dump and to transfer it elsewhere. Now I don't know where they are, burying Algiers garbage, but it's no longer in Oued Fayet, because the ex-public dump in Oued Fayet became a park. They are developing a park there, a very, very beautiful park, a green space, a green area. Okay, so Algiers is straight according to this, to that sign, road sign. Great. There is another roundabout here. I should drive straight on in order to go to Algiers. And so as you can see, and this place here was restored to its natural state. It's no longer smelly, no longer dirty, and thank God. I mean, it's back to normal now. Life is back to normal here, and it's such a beautiful place, to visit and live in. And well, now we are entering the Benaknoun highway, or what we call here the southern bypass road, that in fact bypasses Algiers, Central Algiers. Okay. So it's a wide road. The Benaknoun highway was widened even more in the last 20 years in order to accommodate more traffic. And despite all this, the area is, this section continues to have traffic, lots of traffic. It's as usual, it's such a relaxing thing, you know, to drive. It's so relaxing to drive on Algerian roads on weekends because they are empty, and you could drive from any place to any place in no time. I've got to overtake this truck, which must be carrying a flammable liquid. It's a dangerous truck. I usually avoid these trucks, okay, driving too close to these trucks. And now we are driving by or through the municipality of Benaknoun. And everything you see on my left is part of the neighborhood of Benaknoun, while what you see on my right is part of the Benaknoun Park. There is a compound there composed of an amusement park and two zoos. The African Village Africain, and which is one of the zoos, and the Benaknoun Zoo, or zoological garden. It's a big garden. So now we have just taken the right. We are going to, you know, drive through the Val d'Hydra area, or the Val d'Hydra, or the Hydra Valley neighborhood. The building you see on my left is the Algerian Ministry of Finance. It used to be located in the city center. Then it was moved here some 15 years ago. Such a huge and beautiful building, glass building. And the area, or the neighborhood on my right, is City Melki, or the Melki apartment complex. I'm gonna skip this for a while, for a few seconds, then I will continue filming. I will be continuing straight. Great. Roundabout, then straight on down the Val d'Hydra, or the Hydra Valley. So if you take there is another big roundabout here, and if you take the left, you will you will get to Benaknoun, okay? And on my my right, there is an apartment complex known as Résidence Shabani, the Shabani residence, and the Algerian Ministry of Energy and Mines is on my right. I'm still in the Val d'Hydra area, the Hydra Valley area, which is adjacent to the neighborhood of Hydra, in fact. So it's part of the Hydra municipality. We've just passed the road that leads to Ilbier, but we are driving towards La Colonne. I wouldn't have been able to drive all this distance and through all these roads in just in such a short time. That's why I enjoy driving on Fridays. Such a nice time. So to drive like this, you either need to drive very, very early in the morning on any work day, in fact, okay? Or, I mean, not necessarily on weekends. Or you need to drive, I mean, you need to drive after 10 o'clock in the evening, okay? Otherwise, these roads are almost permanently crammed, almost permanently, you know, there is almost permanently traffic here. So this is the La Colonne area. We have just driven under that bridge, underneath the La Colonne bridge. We're in the bed of the Hydra River, in fact. This is we have just, you know, driven through a riverbed. Now we're joining the road that links La Colonne, or the La Colonne area, to Bir Moradrais. And we are driving along that riverbed as well. So that river, according to a friend of mine, it used to, it's no longer there, okay, it's dry, of course, and it used to go from the Val d'Hydra area, the Hydra Valley area, to Les Fusillés. So we are going to follow its course in this journey. And everything you see on my right is part of the Hydra neighborhood, while on my left you can see the El Moradia neighborhood, also known as Golf, Le Golf. It's a colonial name or pre-independence name. There are some beautiful old houses here, and we are entering the neighborhood or the center of Bir Moradrais, which is another municipality. This is the center or the heart of Bir Moradrais. With its huge crossroads. Okay. A zebra crossing. Areas with lots of zebra crossing. Lots of zebra crossings are areas where there are lots of pedestrians, you know, and you've got to be careful when you drive there. So now I've just taken the Bouadou, Frère Bouadou Street, or the Bouadou Brothers Street, which is also known as Le Ravin de la Femme Sauvage, the Wild Woman's Ravine. And it's still part of that river of that Hydra River that has now become a road, one of Algiers' main roads, and it links the neighborhood of Bermoladrais to Ruisseau, which is on the seashore, which is also known as El Hamma or Les Fusillés, the gunned down. There is a dangerous intersection around here. In fact, there are 2 or 3 dangerous intersections on this wide road, where the road is wide, and cars are allowed to drive across the road. There are some stop signs in order to regulate traffic. However, unfortunately, most people don't respect those stop signs. There is a good gas station here in Le Ravin, in the ravine. There is a very beautiful park here too, with a garden, a public garden, with lots of trees, lots of shade. And you can see it on my right here, and a playground, a very beautiful and clean playground in the upper part of the park. And on my left, so we are taking this turn here on the left in order to go to Champ de Manoeuvres. So I could have taken a more direct route, but I wanted to make you visit Le Ravin, or the ravine, on a Friday, just to show you how beautiful it is. And now we're driving in the direction of the Martyrs Memorial, one of Algeria's main landmarks, definitely Algeria's most important landmark. Huge and majestic and beautiful Martyrs Memorial, which honors the memory of the martyrs that died for the independence of Algeria. I'm gonna skip filming here for a while. Okay, so now we're driving underneath the Esplanade of the Martyrs Memorial, and you can see this bus here, for example. It has come from a different province, 02, which means province 02 is the code 02 is the administrative code of the province of Schluf. And well, we have 58 provinces, 58 wilayas, and when you see a bus from a different province parked near the Martyrs Memorial, this means that it's there are people visiting the memorial from another city or from another province, maybe a school outing, or an outing organized for disabled people or for old people, or simply tourists visiting the area, visiting Algiers. And well, now we are driving through this neighborhood, the Diar Al Mahsoul apartment complex, which is also known as Le Confort, City Le Confort. And well, we are in the area of El Madaniya, Saint-Lombier, and that house over there, right in front of us, is in fact known as Villa Susini, and it was used by the French as a torture center. So they used to, French paratroopers would bring Algerians who fought for the independence of Algeria between 1954 and 1962 in order to torture them here. Okay, so it served in the 1950s mostly. It served as a torture center for French troops. Such a sad thing. And now we're taking this road here in order to go straight, or drive straight, to Champ de Manoeuvres. It only took us 24 minutes to drive from one of the, you know, the most, you know, one of the farthest Algiers suburbs, Ouled Fayet, to this area of the city of Algiers. And now we are leaving the higher parts of Algiers, El Madania, which is part of the higher parts of Algiers, in order to drive downtown to the Champ de Manoeuvres neighborhood, or May the 1st, or May Day, 1er Mai neighborhood. You can see this beautiful house, which is in fact a bath, Hammam Al Mahmoud, the Al Mahmoud bath. And Algerians like baths. You need to be a little bit careful here, although it's a main road. It's narrow. It's a heavily traveled road, yes, but it's also narrow until you get here near the Harsha sports compound or sports complex, which is right in front of us. So Harsha is a sports complex that has swimming pools, and it also has a huge basketball and handball stadium. So they organize basketball, even international basketball and handball and volleyball events here in this area, in this complex. They also organize martial arts events. So here we're taking the right in order to go to Champ de Manoeuvres. In fact, we are in its vicinity. Okay, and this is the Belouizdad Street, one of Algiers' longest streets. But we're not going to continue driving on it. We've just joined it in order to take this left here. And now, here we are. We have arrived in 1er Mai, in the area of 1er Mai, or May Day, or Champ de Manoeuvres, which is part of the city center. There is a beautiful garden here. Oh, this is a kindergarten, but there is a garden just next to it, adjacent to it, with an entrance on the other side of the block. All this is part of the Champ de Manoeuvres area, or 1er Mai, or May Day, or May the 1st neighborhood. Great. There we go. The palm tree right in the middle of that roundabout. Such a beautiful palm tree. It's only after I started filming these videos that I paid attention to that palm tree. So this area, I mean, this is the area of 1er Mai where there is a bus station, as you can see here, and the bus station is run by the government bus company. And well, we're going to drive on to the second roundabout, main roundabout of Champ de Manoeuvres, or May 1st, or May Day Square. You can see on the top of the hill over there, the Orasi Hotel, overlooking the city center. It's a big, large 5-star hotel. And this is the second roundabout of Champ de Manoeuvres. that's the entrance, the main entrance to the Mustafa Pasha Hospital on the right. And well, I think that we have reached the end of our trip here. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. It only took us 30 minutes to drive from Ouled Fayet to Champ de Manoeuvres. I hope you liked this trip. And well, if you liked it, then give it a thumbs up. And if hit the please subscribe and hit the notifications button so that you receive notifications on any new videos I will be posting on my channel. Take care of yourselves, drive safely, and goodbye.